Okay, well, this is my first video, so it's going to be a little bit rough. And what we're going to discuss is how important the drive-by appearance to a building is. Because when somebody drives by, uh, that's your first opportunity to sell them. And if they call off a sign, they've already accepted the neighborhood and they've accepted the outside of your building. So you're kind of halfway sold. Um, The exterior of the building, the drive-by appearance is influenced primarily by landscaping, conditions of the walks, and any walls you might have there. The exterior paint, if it's peeling, it doesn't look so good. Uh, the sign is very important. A nice, neat sign indicates that the owner is a little bit more meticulous and paying attention and has some pride in ownership. And if the sign is beat up or peeling and old, it can indicate, that the owner might be careless or sloppy or not, on top of things. So it's very important how the outside of your building looks. Also, when somebody goes up to it, depending whether your front door is locked or not, if it's locked, obviously secure, they'll peer through the windows. Uh, if it isn't locked, they're going to walk in. I see a lot of buildings that have metal doors, and metal doors are great in that they hold up pretty well, but the big negative to them is they get dented. And if you're in a rougher neighborhood and you have people that are banging on the door and pounding on it, you're going to wind up with a bunch of dents, and it's going to look like somebody took a ball-peen hammer to it. And no matter how many times you paint it, it's pretty hard to get rid of that look of damage, sort of. With a wood door, you can at least you can paint it, and it doesn't dent the same way, and you can repair it and re-smooth it out and that kind of thing if you want to spend the time. But you don't have that same damaged look after it's been beat on. Which I'm sure many of you can understand when I say that. When somebody peeks through the front door, they're also looking at the paint around the front door. They're looking at cracks in the walkway. They're looking at weeds in the lawn, not well mulched beds. All these things influence that first impression, and the first impression is super important because that's where somebody gets hooked. If you don't make the first impression, then they're not even looking at the apartment, or they never call, or they never want to get in, or whatever. So that's why I think that the exterior of the apartment, of the building, is so very important to leasing units and to overall tenant happiness. Because one thing, and my father pointed this out to me a long time ago, is that not only are you trying to lease to the tenant, but the tenant needs to be proud when their friends come over. So if somebody goes to visit them and they come in and they say, wow, you live in a nice building, well, that makes the tenant feel good, and that helps with tenant retention. So these are all good reasons to keep your buildings neat and clean, the grounds policed. Now, you don't have to go crazy with spending money. Just keep it neat, clean. That's what matters. Uh, I'll be talking to you some more about helpful hints and things that you can do to make your operation a little bit better. This is Ted Greenberg signing off. I am the apartment guy. And give me a call, email, whatever, if you have any questions about apartments. I do specialize in those, and we provide a lot of different services. Thank you very much. Have a great day.